What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I did want to talk about something I did notice in the article that was for Test Drive Unlimited. Now, I'm not saying there's going to be like an entire update timeline for the game, but we are going to have a general idea of when we're actually going to have updates on Test Drive. Now, this is going to be from the PC Gamer article. I will actually leave a link in the description if you guys do actually want to read through this a bit more. But here's the thing that actually caught my eye. With Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown planning to add more features every 3 months after launch. Now, I do know right away a lot of players are going to go, wait a second, every 3 months is actually going to be fairly similar to other games on the way they do their updates, which is actually going to be fairly true because Motorfest obviously does this, even though the updates on Motorfest could obviously use some work. We have also seen other games following a similar thing, like even Need for Speed Unbound, being around 3 months or so with every single update. Now the question is though, is why are they actually doing this approach and what are they then going to be adding? So if I'm going to guess right now, I'm probably going to say there is most likely going to be a solar pass, or I guess you could call that a battle pass for that matter, which when looking at the pre-order editions, I will show a screenshot on the screen on those. You're actually going to notice how some of them do say solar pass on them. So I'm going to guess right now and say they're probably going to last around 89 to 90 days. And then at that point, though, you're probably going to see some type of trailer showing the content, the past, and all that stuff. And then, boom, the next one is actually going to release. Now, the thing about this, though, is I do know a lot of players might look at this and go, wait a second. You're telling me right now I'm going to have to pay for a premium pass in a game again? Here's the thing about this, though, guys. I do feel like a lot of games are not doing a very good job at these battle passes. This is something I'm probably going to touch on in a future video because I feel like a lot of people feel the exact same way as I do. Here's the thing about this. We all do know right now we're obviously getting a solar pass in Test Drive. In my opinion, guys, I would say this right now. We can probably agree that yes, it is going to have tiers you unlock it. Hopefully, we are also going to have challenges that are tied to the pass, giving you something else to do, which I would most likely guarantee that's probably going to be a thing. Similar to like the Crew 2 having the motor passes back in the day to where you obviously can do daily challenges, weekly challenges, earn money, XP, and stuff like that toward the pass, which I would say is probably a good way to do it instead of having it in there. And then there's nothing to even do besides level the pass up by doing like races or something. So I'm going to guess right now and say they're probably going to have challenges in there. Now, if I had to guess, though, when looking at the Solar Pass or something like that, I'm going to say right now it's probably going to be around $10 to get it every 3 months. That would most likely make a lot of sense because most of the games tend to be around $10 for the regular version, and then you can probably pay like 25 bucks or something like that to get, what is it, like 20 or 30 levels like the one in Apex. Are they going to do that? Well, it's probably going to be something that could end up happening. Even the Crew 2 had something similar to a pass like that. And the funny part about this, though, I legit just thought about this. I do know for a fact right now, people are probably going to be like, why are they adding another pass? You've got to be kidding me, bro. We have these in so many games. Y'all want to know what's funny about that? Is I legit can't even argue this. We all do know a lot of players probably aren't the biggest fan of the passes. And I was actually going to make a separate video talking about battle passes and paid DLCs to really see where people actually are in the comments and stuff. Do let me know in the comments below if you guys actually want to see that video, which I'm thinking about doing it. I really do feel like there's going to be so many different sides to this stuff, and you know what? All of it's going to be pretty dang valid. Now, the thing about the pass, though, is yes, we're obviously going to have a regular free tier on it, and there's also going to be a premium tier on it. This is probably not going to be new because most of the games nowadays also have a very similar design to them. The biggest thing I have right here, though, is going to come down to one simple fact, though. It all comes down to what they actually put in the pass. We all do know right now a lot of games might actually throw some stuff in the pass or like fillers. We also could probably see something like this on the Apex Legends pass to where you look at it and you go, bro, there's like 15 blue skins on this. Like, who wants a glow or like who wants a sticker? And I guess the key takeaway of this, though, is probably going to come down to like the main filler stuff in the entire pass. For example, guys, let's say we have something like a pass with 100 levels. If they're throwing in really weird stuff just to make it 100 levels, is that really going to attract players to it? I would almost guarantee that's probably going to be a big no. A lot of players actually want to go after cool stuff and most likely level a pass up when they're looking at a pass going, you know what? I'm going to buy this one. This looks dope. I really like that car. That item's going to be sweet. Look at this outfit. I have to get this one. And the crazy part, though, is let's say there's going to be a bunch of awesome things in that said pass you're going after. What if they also add a bunch of dope weekly challenges and daily challenges on top of it? that is actually going to give a player a reason to jump on the game every single day. And not only that though, you can also have a reason to jump on weekly by doing specific weekly challenges that also level up the entire pass or even get you extra money and stuff on top of it. There is legit so many ways to make this a lot more effective. Now, as of right now though, there's not going to be a ton of information on the entire Solar Pass besides a couple of things. Number one, we obviously know there's going to be a regular tier and a paid tier, which is probably going to be fairly obvious. And then from the looks of that, we also do know each Solar Pass is most likely going to last around 3 months. Now, just in case you guys might have been wondering, by the way, it seems like in order to get a Solar Pass, or at least have that part of your pre-order, you are at least going to have to get the Silver Edition, which is the Silver Street Edition, or it's going to be the Silver Sharp Edition at least. From what I have noticed so far when looking at the editions, the base one that you pre-order is not going to have the Solar Pass included. If I had to guess on the price of that, I'm going to say $10. Don't quote me on that because it could be more or less for like different versions of it. But besides all that though, I would like to know what you guys think about the entire like Solar Pass thing in the comments below. What do you also think is going to be the most effective way to do it to make it probably the best experience possible?